Aloha everyone, this is Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make malasadas, really a delicious Portuguese type of donut that's so popular in Hawaii. I've had this recipe for over 40 years, but I can't remember when. But it's in my collection of recipes. And who doesn't like a good malasada? I do. So delicious. First of all, I have 1.5 cups of lukewarm water, and then I'm going to put in a package of yeast, which is equal to 2.5 teaspoons of loose yeast, and then 2/3 cups of sugar, and then I'm going to mix it up. Now the yeast mixture is all mixed up, and I'm going to wait 5 to 10 minutes until it's all foamy. The yeast has risen really nicely. So now I'm going to have a big bowl of 5.5 cups of flour. And I made a well in the center, a little hole. And I'm just going to pour all the rest of the ingredients into it. So here comes the yeast and 6 eggs that I've beaten up. And this recipe makes quite a bit. So it's good if you have a family. This is 1 stick of butter or 1/2 cup of butter that's melted, and 1 cup of mashed potatoes. You can use the instant kind, which I did. Saves more time. 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, that gives it a really nice flavor and smell. And 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now I just mix this all up till it's a nice soft batter. And this is an easy dough. You don't have to knead it. You just mix it all up, let it rise, and then it'll be ready to fry. In Hawaii, they have a special shop called Leonard's Malasadas, and everybody goes to that because it's really well known. But there are a lot of other shops that make it. But when I go home, I usually go to the Leonard Malasada trucks, which they have at different shopping centers, and you can just buy all kinds of malasadas with fillings or different flavors, and they're really delicious. So you can make this at home pretty easy. The batter is well mixed. Now I'm just going to cover it and let it sit on the counter for 2 hours to let it rise. It's been 2 hours. Now I'm going to punch it down. And then just kind of bring it together. And I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and let it sit for another 45 minutes. It's been 45 minutes and you see it's risen again. So I'm going to punch it down one more time. I've heated up some oil, and now I'm going to drop some balls into the oil to fry. And the oil cannot be too hot. I have it, after heated, I put it on medium low. So I have here 2 spoons. I'm dropping about a tablespoon or more into the oil. It has to be about 2 minutes or so, because sometimes the dough isn't cooked in the middle. Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's cooked. It might be raw inside. So when it looks kind of brown, I test it with a toothpick and it comes out clean. So I know it's cooked. Now I'm rolling it in regular sugar. Well, Now some of these are darker because I had the temperature a little too high. So these are nicer here. But you can't tell when the sugar is on it. It's too hot to eat right now, but I'm excited when it cools off a little bit, then I'll get to taste it. Okay. Oh, these look so gorgeous. I'm gonna try one. The sugar is on it, gives it a nice crunch and crust. Crispy, but soft inside. And I've cut one to show you how it looks on the inside. These are so easy to make, and you can make a lot, especially if you're having a party. Actually, we're going to a function today, and I'm going to take some, so I know people will enjoy it. But you have to eat it fresh. It's best if you do it then. And I hope you enjoyed this, and you will make it. And your friends would be so excited and so pleased that you could make something like this, because I've had some in the stores. They give it for plate lunches, and they're terrible. They're hard. They're not light and fluffy like this one and crispy. So if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. And mahalo for watching, and see you on the next video. This malasada recipe is so good. The next video, I'm going to show you how to make the easy malasadas quicker than this. And also, I'm going to show you how to stuff it with a custard that I'm making, but I didn't have enough time. So stay tuned for the next video. I know I've done a lot of recipes, and if you haven't tried it, but just watched it, this is the one to make. And don't be intimidated by it, because it's very easy. You just follow my directions exactly. I'm sharing this recipe with you, but now it's your turn to share it with everybody else you know. Family, friends, co-workers, church, any kind of potluck and picnic, and people will just love it. I've had this recipe for over 40 years, but I can't remember when. But it's in my collection of recipes. And who doesn't like a good malasada? I do. So delicious.